simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat a little big picture off. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proven themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
It's complete to the right. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock.
He's loose. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pick off to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The give on the option. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to it. Oh, he's got some space. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game. And all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. Turns it on at midfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Rich. Not able to hook up here. Incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They go to the draw. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, Get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
To the air, it's Rich. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. Got room to work. Finds Zach Freeze, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Makes the grab. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Payne. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble, throws. Makes the catch. It's Payne. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. He hurls one deep down the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown time!
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Scanning the field, it's Rich. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Oh, better look out! And the defense settled in to stop that move for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Reese. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Auburn! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. Knocked off his feet. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Send the tight end in motion. To throw, it's Rich. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Snap to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back has it. Creates a little space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Rich. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Lots of room to run. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pick back up at the 25. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's complete. Turning it on. And the defense drags him down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Rich. Throws toward the end zone. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Finding an escape route. Got the 1st down and more. He's loose on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Auburn offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's Rich. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. That thing didn't even get outside the 20-yard line, and they'll take over in the red zone. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. And everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7.
Yeah, and a nice effort by the running back. Way to get some positive yards. Nice play call. Still short, though, right? Now it's 4th and short. Decision time. It's not a decision. You're going for it. But what play do you want to run to go for it?
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now in 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Rich. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the right side. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Final play of the quarter coming. This quarterback part of their running game. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Rich. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on his play instead of an incompletion.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. Still on his feet at the 35. All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Auburn lines up quickly.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart with that last
Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Rich. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Got room on the return. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Peppers. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They'll move the wide receiver. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Dropping back, it's Rich. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's called it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the right. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. There he goes. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking for a crease to the left. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Back has it. And some room to work. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. to the air. It's Rich. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted, number 19. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee.